What's going on with chicken nuggets? There's a chicken nugget story in the news. People are angry about their nuggets. People are always going at chicken nuggets. Oh, they're poison. Oh, we know. We know it's poison. What's happening? McDonald's found liable for hot chicken McNugget that fell from Happy Meal and burned girl. There's nothing in this country better than having a good scam. There's nothing better in this country than having a good con. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Of course. McDonald's and a franchise holder are at fault after a hot chicken McNugget from a Happy Meal fell on a little girl's leg and, Jesus, caused a second-degree burn, a jury in South Carolina has found. A second jury will determine how much McDonald's USA and its franchise owner, Upchurch Foods, will pay the child and her mother. Thursday's decision was split, with jurors finding the franchise holder liable for negligence and failure to warn customers about the risk of hot food. How hot was this nugget? It just was a fiery little nugget that fell on this girl. Or did the desperate mother take the nugget? Did a desperate mother take a nugget in a car? I want you to picture this. A mother who's had enough. A mother who can't get ahead. A mother who knows that things don't get better. That's movie shit. She burns the nugget with a lighter, gets it really hot, and then presses it against her daughter's leg. I think that's the only way this happens. Philana Holmes testified that she bought Happy Meals for her son and daughter at a drive-thru window at a McDonald's in Tamarack, near Fort Lauderdale. The South Florida Sun-Sentinel reported. She said she handed the food to her children who were in the backseat. After she drove away, her daughter started screaming. No, none of this happened. The mother testified she didn't know what was wrong until she pulled over to help the girl, identified in court as Olivia. The newspaper reported. She saw the burn on the girl's leg and took photos from her eye. No, this is what. Now listen, baby. Mommy has to hurt you right now. Mommy has to hurt you, but you know that mommy loves you. Mommy would only ever hurt you if she had to, right? Yes, mommy. Now it's going to hurt a little bit when I put this McNugget I lit up on your leg. You understand that? And you're going to scream, and that's okay. You can scream loud. But mommy's going to get you something beautiful after this, okay? All right, mommy. And she just lights the nugget with the lighter. And and this is what it's come to. You know, this is if you want to get ahead, this is what it's come to. You know, Florida, the land of the free, and you're lighting the nugget. And then when that nugget's so damn hot, she's probably holding the nugget with like something else because her fingers can't even touch it. So she's holding the nugget, and the nugget's like fucking nuts. And then she just goes, before she even has the chance to like, you know, not do it, before she has the chance to like second guess it, she goes, and the girl goes, ah! And the girl just, because it's so, she's branding her daughter with a nugget. and then she goes, okay, now we're going to sue. Because there's no way, by the way, there's no way. This is the way things work, okay? Unless the kids are retarded. No one picks up a bag of nuggets and goes like this. And I would say this. If I was in court, I would go, okay, so what? Okay. So let me give you the benefit of the doubt, okay? Your daughter gets the nugget bag, and she goes like this. No, you reach into the nugget bag. If anything, your daughter feels how hot it is and goes, fuck me. I'm not eating that. And the only burns would be on her fingers, not her fucking leg. And then the mother's like getting nervous. She's like, ugh. She's like, oh, they're going forensic on this. They're going forensic on this. Pretty good. But I'll be honest. I'm a man who's been, let's not lie to anyone. I've been to McDonald's. Now, when you go to McDonald's and you get nuggets, and I throw in nuggets every now and then as a novelty. They're not even good. It's just something to eat in between. It's like instead of just breathing, you have nuggets. When you get a McDonald's order, I usually get like a filet of fish and a quarter pounder. And then in between eating, instead of just the breath that you would take, you throw a nugget in to just keep it going. Now, there's no way. Everybody reaches in. You open the nugget. See, the nuggets are in a thing. You open them. You open the nuggets. And you select a nugget. And then, a lot of times, you dunk it in the sauce. Now, maybe kids are not using the sauce, which may have cooled the nugget down. Maybe the kids are not using the sauce right now But there's no way the kids are just dumping the food on themselves. That's crazy, right? And, well, you don't have kids. That's actually what they do. Retarded kids. Dumb kids do that. Smart kids do not just take a whole bag of food, a whole Happy Meal, and go. Now people go, well, they dump it out to get the toy. Yeah, but do they dump it out on themselves? And even if they did that, the nuggets, I guess, one nugget is so hot. None of the other nuggets are hot, but there's one molten nugget. This is the claim. The claim is that maybe the daughter's excited. Oh, there's a Happy Meal toy, and she dumps it out, okay? Because this is what the other attorney will say. And the judge, by the way, wants to kill himself. The judge is like, okay, all right. Yeah, now you're saying that she was excited about the toy, so she did dump the food on herself. Okay. Usually they pick the toy out of the bag the first thing. And I would object. I'd go, objection, Your Honor. Most children pick the toy out of the bag first. And they start playing with the toy, and the parents have to be like, you actually have to eat your food. They don't dump. Still, no one dumps it on themselves. No one dumps the toy on themselves. That's retarded. They want to play with it. They pick it out of the bag. They pick the toy out of the bag. Well, we have studies that show that kids are excited. They dump. Okay, well, whatever. You bring on your experts. You bring on your nugget Happy Meal experts. We'll bring on ours. Get your experts. We'll get ours. But the reality is this hot nugget, which I do believe the mother probably either brought a hot nugget from home that she had and heated it up real hot, or just torched it in the car to the point where she had to burn the daughter's leg. The child who's autistic did not testify. Well, that's convenient. Well, that's convenient. My autistic daughter can't testify that I burned her with a nugget. Yeah, of course she can't testify because she'd tell everyone that you took a nugget out of your purse, held it under a flame like you were cooking a crack rock, and then burned her leg to get some money. She can't tell anyone that because she's autistic. By the way, everyone's autistic now. This is going to be a way everyone gets out of everything. I can't testify I'm autistic. You just stab someone. Hey, I'm neurodivergent. I can't testify. I'm very good with numbers, though. So if you want to do any, I can do that. The girl's parents sued, saying the McDonald's and the franchise didn't train employees, failed to warn customers about the dangerous temperature of food, and cooking the food too much to a higher temperature. While both sides agreed the nugget caused the burns, the family's lawyers argued the temperature was above 200 degrees, while the defense said it was no more than 160 degrees. What a bad defense. What a horrible defense, McDonald. You're arguing about 40 degrees of nugget? How about, no, this bitch burned her daughter? How do you have a 200-degree nugget? Can that happen? I guess it can. A 160 degree. Listen to this. In a well-known case from the early 1900s, Stella Liebeck, 79, of Albuquerque, New Mexico, sued McDonald's over hot coffee that spilled on her lap in the car. She received significant injuries requiring hospitalization and skin grafts. Well, that we understand, but it's also like it's hot coffee.
Yeah.
I remember this is what people talked about in the 90s, and it was obviously it broke down politically. The Libby Libs were like, give her the money. Fucking stop trying to hurt people. And the conservatives were like, it's hot coffee. Don't spill it on your leg. You're supposed to drink it. Now, can you get up the McDonald's story about the kid that choked on the mozzarella stick? That's why they no longer have mozzarella sticks, which this is what I've been led to believe. Mozzarella sticks at McDonald's were great, and then one kid ruined it by choking on it and dying, and now we can't. I really believe, is that, well, what happened?
The sticks are filled with the substance that is composed. What?
Yeah, this is, they prove that they weren't mozzarella cheese, but no one cares.
Yeah, that's not it. Okay, choking.
No one cared about that. I think a kid choked on it. I could be wrong about this, but I seemingly remember that during the early 2000s, getting a McDonald's mozzarella sticks with a little marinara was lovely. And then I think someone died. A teenager who stopped breathing and passed out after she choked on her McDonald's was saved by a good Samaritan. Okay, that's not. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Charlotte Pape, 17, had part of a mozzarella dipper. It's called a stick. Mozzarella stick lodged in her throat after she had a diabetic seizure outside the drive-thru restaurant in Abergele, Wales. Whose fault is that? that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. And they've taken away mozzarella sticks because this bitch in Wales got sick, choke. She had a seizure, and anyone having a seizure is going to choke on whatever they have. But this is what I mean. Like, McDonald's puts up with a lot of shit from people. Spilling coffee on themselves, choking on mozzarella sticks during seizures, and burning their kids with nuggets. There's something going on here with this. Unless they gave this bitch a 200-degree nugget. But still, the burn should be on the fingers. Ow! Not on the leg.
It says it got stuck in between the seatbelt. That's what it was.
What?
Yeah, it says right here. It says that the nuggets were not meant to be pressed between a seatbelt and human flesh for more than 2 minutes.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 fucking minute. The nuggets were not meant to be pressed between a seatbelt and human flesh for more than 2 minutes. So the hot nugget somehow gets between the seatbelt and this bitch for 2 minutes? Now, listen to me. Mommy has to hurt you right now. Do you want a pony? Do you want to live on a farm? Do you want all the bicycles in the world? Because if you do, Mommy has to burn you right now. Mommy has to burn you bad, and it's going to hurt. But Mommy loves you, and I'm telling you, she took the nugget. It's what I would have done if I needed money. No, truly. If I needed money and I had an autistic child, I would burn them with a nugget. Listen to me. If I lived in Tamarack, Florida, and I was nearing the end of options, and I had an autistic child, and I'm sure they're fun for a little bit, but it gets a lot, right? I'm just saying it probably does. And and I'm thinking of ideas, because this mother was thinking of ideas all night, going like, I don't want to kill her. I'm not going to Casey Anthony her. I'm not going to throw her in a backpack, put her in the lake, but I need to get a little money. And she's looking at this girl going, she's not going to go on The Voice. It's fun when your kid's like a little bit of a star, either as an athlete or a performer, and you're like, maybe they'll get me out of this dump. You take them to competitions, and they're like, why am I? And you're like, fuck, yeah. Everybody's like, your kid's a star. I'm like, hey, you're damn right. But then you got this thing, and you go, well, this ain't little Britney. This ain't Britney Spears here. She's not getting us out with her talent. God love her. She's a beautiful lady, and we're happy we have her-ish, kind of. But we're not going to Kaylee Anthony her. We're humans. We're human beings. We've thought about it. Sure, everybody thinks about drowning their kid, but we're not going to die. But, she's sitting there with her mans, and they're on the bed, and he goes, is there something that could happen in a McDonald's that would not really change her life, but would make us a lot of money? And the mother's sitting there, and the mother's smoking a cigarette, and she's like, I could burn her with a nugget. If I took a nugget and heated it up to about 200 or 350, like the hottest nugget ever, and I burn her leg, and then I call McDonald's and I go, you fucking pieces of shit. My daughter has a 2nd-degree burn. Do you know how, 2nd-degree burn's that's like a decent burn. And I think that's what the mother said. The mother was basically like, and this is, by the way, I want all immigrants to be able to do this. That's why I want the migrants to be settled, because I want them in 20 years to be thinking of burning their children with McNuggets so they can sue McDonald's. I want an immigrant woman having a child and thinking, how can I burn my autistic daughter with a McNugget so I get a little money in this world? How do I come out ahead? How do I come out ahead here if I don't burn my daughter with this nugget? She just goes, it's almost over. Mother's pressing the nugget on her leg. It's almost over. Look at me. Now, my autistic daughter cannot talk to you right now, but she's very upset that a nugget just came loose from her bag and ended up between a seatbelt and her thigh. Shut up. Don't ask why. She's autistic. Are you stupid? There was a girl in the backseat of my car who was African-American and autistic. Do you want to ask any more questions? No, we don't. No, we don't. We're good on that. And a nugget flew out of her bag. A 200-degree nugget flew out of her bag and landed on her leg and then was immediately stuck between her leg and the seatbelt for 2 minutes, where she suffered a second-degree burn. And now she can't even look at nuggets, and she has seizures when we go near McDonald's. She just starts shaking. It's time to pay up. And that mother's going to be driving a nice Beamer with the drop top, and that daughter's going to be sitting in the back. That daughter's going to be sitting in the back in just like a big sunbonnet, like not saying anything. And they're going through McDonald's again, by the way. They're going through McDonald's, and the daughter's going to be like, ah! And the mother's going to go, shut the fuck up. It's fine. I know you don't like this place, but that's why we got this car. So I believe that. I truly believe that is, and I know it's a comedy show, but there is a possibility that something like that happened. This feels odd. Something feels odd here. And I do believe there is a possibility this mother burned her child with this nugget. And that's why I focused on this story today, because, and I don't judge no one. I don't judge no one on this show. I have not walked a mile in her shoes. I don't know what she's going through. If the only way out is to burn your autistic daughter with a nugget in the leg, fuck it. I don't judge you. I might not do it. I might. I don't know. I might. I don't know where she's at. I don't know where she's at. But I'm telling you right now, I don't judge anyone for their. I'm just, when that girl can speak, when that bitch does start to talk, she's going to tell us a tale. When that girl starts to talk, what if this girl keeps having shit done to her? Like in a string of bad luck. In a string of bad luck, this girl lost her eye to a French toast stick at Burger King. It's amazing because the French toast stick was so hot that it seared her eye shut, and now she can't, she can't see. And that just happened a year later? Odd. What if this mother just takes this girl around to different Florida, fast food restaurants in Florida and maims her every time? It's like a Munchausen's by proxy, but it's all fast food. This girl contracted HIV at Polo Tropical.